In a peaceful town nestled in western Nigeria, two young girls grew up like sisters. Their names were Laura and Nema. From the time they could walk, they were inseparable. They went to the same schools, primary, secondary, and even university. Though their fields were different, Laura studied mass communication while Nema focused on biochemistry. Their bond remained strong. After graduation, both girls were posted to the same state for their national youth service. That was where everything started to change. One evening, while waiting for transport after a community outreach, they met Zane, a quiet and respectful young man who offered them a ride. What neither of the girls knew at the time was that Zane was the son of a very wealthy northern businessman. Laura and Zane clicked almost instantly. Their connection was gentle, sincere, and full of laughter. Zane treated Laura like a precious jewel. He called her every morning and made sure she ate well and got home safe. It wasn't long before they started dating. Naturally, Laura began to spend more time with Zane and less with Nema. Nema noticed. She didn't hide her hurt. One evening, Nema confronted her. "You don't call like before. We barely see. I miss you." "I know," Laura replied, taking her hand. "I love you, Nema. That hasn't changed. But I also love Zane. This might become something serious, maybe even marriage." Nema sighed but nodded. "I understand. We're growing up. Just don't forget me." "I could never." They hugged. It felt like old times. But underneath Nema's smile was something that even she didn't fully understand. Jealousy was slowly planting its roots. A week later, Laura called Nema, her voice filled with joy. "Guess what?" she squealed. "What?" Nema asked, sitting up from bed. "Zane proposed." "I said yes." Nema's heart skipped. "You're engaged?" she asked, forcing a laugh. "That's fast." "I know," Laura said. "But it feels right. He even wants me to meet his parents. He thinks they'll love me." Nema smiled weakly. "Do you really think they'll accept you?" "What do you mean?" Laura asked, her tone dropping. "I mean, you know, his family is very wealthy, very traditional. We come from humble homes." Laura paused, then said softly, "I know you mean well, Nema. But Zane loves me. He told me his parents are warm-hearted. I'll be fine." Nema apologized quickly. "I'm sorry. I didn't mean anything bad. I just worry for you." "It's okay. I get it," Laura said. But that night, Nema stared at the ceiling, angry at herself. "Why does she get everything?" she whispered into the dark. "Why not me?" 6 months after meeting Zane, he knelt in front of Laura during a quiet evening in the park. "You're my peace, Laura. Will you marry me?" Tears spilled from Laura's eyes as she said, "Yes. 1,000 times yes." She ran to Nema with the news. "Oh my God!" Nema screamed. "You're getting married?" "Yes. He even got me a ring. Look." Laura showed off a simple yet elegant gold ring. Nema smiled, hugging her tightly. But inside, her heart burned. A billionaire's son, she thought. Why her? She ended the call and paced her room. Adamu, Zane, should have been mine. I met him first. She tricked me somehow. She knew something I didn't. But it's not too late. She stood in front of her mirror, practicing a smile. I'll be her best friend. I'll support the wedding. I'll be so close they won't see me coming. From that day on, Nema became Laura's biggest helper. She followed her to bridal fittings, helped her choose cake flavors, and even met with Zane's mother to assist with decorations. Everyone praised her. You have a wonderful friend, Zane's mom said. She's kind and hard-working. Yes, Laura said proudly. She's like a sister. But behind Nema's smile was a sharp blade of resentment. You think I'm kind, she whispered to herself after a meeting. Wait and see what this kind friend can do. One night, as Laura and Nema watched TV together, Nema spoke. Laura, do you ever feel like Zane's family might change their mind? Why do you always say things like that? Laura frowned. I just think, you should prepare your heart. What if? No, Laura cut her off. Zane chose me. His family already accepted me. They're even paying for the wedding and honeymoon. To Paris, right? Nema asked, hiding her gritted teeth. Yes. Laura beamed. Nema looked down. That's lovely. The day Laura met Zane's family, she was trembling. But to her surprise, they were warm and welcoming. Zane's father laughed heartily, and his mother hugged her tightly. Later that evening, Laura called Nema, screaming with joy. They love me, Nema. They really love me. Nema's heart sank, but she faked excitement. I'm so happy for you. The moment the call ended, Nema stared at her reflection. They picked her. A common girl like Laura? I'm prettier. I'm smarter. I deserve that life. And I'll take it. Wedding preparations went on. Nema was everywhere, coordinating, organizing, running errands. Zane once told Laura, "Your friend is amazing." She really is, Laura replied. We've been through everything together. But at home, Nema would stand in front of her mirror. Amazing? No. Just patient. One wrong move, and your perfect life is mine. The wedding was grand, held in the biggest hall in the city. Laura looked radiant. Nema, as maid of honor, wore a shimmering blue gown. Guests whispered about how beautiful Laura was and how lucky she must be. Nema stood behind her during the vows, smiling. Enjoy it, Laura, she thought. This is the last thing you'll ever enjoy without me. As Laura and Zane danced, Nema made herself useful, attending to guests, helping Zane's mother, smiling through every photo. You're truly a blessing, Nema, Zane's mom told her. Nema bowed. Thank you, Ma. But her thoughts were darker. I fooled them all. Now, let the next chapter begin. 3 months into marriage, Laura called Nema. I'm pregnant. Nema gasped. Congratulations, she shouted, hiding her shock. Wow, that's great. Zane is over the moon, Laura giggled. Of course he is, Nema said with a bitter smile. A perfect life. For now. When the baby came, a boy named Prel, Laura was overwhelmed with love. Zane was even more attentive. Thank you for giving me a son, he whispered. Nema visited often. She brought gifts and offered help, but behind her kindness, she studied the house, studied the rhythm of their lives. I need to be a part of this house, she thought. Permanently. 3 years later, Laura received a phone call. Nema had attempted suicide. She was in the hospital. Laura dropped everything. At her bedside, she sobbed. Why, Nema? What happened? I'm stuck, Laura, Nema whispered. No love. No life. No hope. I've neglected you, Laura said. I'm so sorry. I promise I'll do better. And she meant it. That night, Laura begged Zane. Please, can Nema stay with us? Just for a while. It'll help her recover. Zane frowned. No. It never ends well. Please, she pleaded. She's like my sister. Zane hesitated but eventually agreed. Fine. But just for a short while. Nema moved in 2 days later. She was polite, helpful, and soft-spoken. She kept to herself and made herself useful. Soon, Zane started appreciating her presence. She's been good with Prel, he said. Laura smiled, but her instincts twitched. I hope I'm not making a mistake, she thought. Weeks passed, and Laura started falling sick. Nothing serious at first. Headaches, fatigue, nausea. Then, it worsened. One hospital visit turned to 5. Zane spent heavily, but doctors found no clear diagnosis. I'll stay back, Nema said one evening. I'll take care of her. Zane agreed. Laura, too weak to resist, nodded. One evening, little Prel approached Nema. Auntie Nema, why did Mummy start falling sick after you came? Nema froze. Then laughed. You ask too many questions, my dear. She turned her back on him and walked away. But Prel began to watch her more carefully. After 6 painful months, Laura passed away. The illness never made sense. Zane was shattered. His world collapsed. He barely spoke. Prel cried day and night. Nema took charge, feeding Prel, bathing him, and even comforting Zane. You're not alone, she whispered to him. And slowly, he began to lean on her. Weeks turned to months. Nema became more present. She moved into the master bedroom. She and Zayn began a quiet affair. I want to marry you, Zayn said one evening. His mother, Mrs. Loma, was surprised but agreed. You've known her for years. If anyone can love that child, it's her. Nema smiled. Just as planned. Zayn traveled for business. Nema stayed home with Prel. The moment Zayn left, Nema showed her true colors. She made Prel clean, starved him, yelled at him. Your mother took my life, she said one evening. You're lucky I'm keeping you alive. Prel began to cry silently at night. One day, fed up, Prel hid a tablet near the flower vase and confronted Nema. Auntie, why are you wicked to me? She slapped him hard. You're lucky I didn't kill you like your mother. I poisoned her slowly. She took my man. And I took her place. The tablet recorded everything. When Zayn returned from his business trip, he noticed Prel had gained weight. What have you been feeding my son? He asked Nema, smiling. Nema beamed. Just love and good food. Zayn felt relieved. Maybe marrying her is the best thing for us after all, he thought. But Prel wasn't fooled. He knew exactly what she was doing, and it was time to reveal the truth. Prel waited for the perfect time. 2 days before the wedding, the entire family gathered at the mansion for a final planning meeting. Zayn's parents, uncles, aunties, and cousins filled the living room. Prel stood up suddenly. Grandma, I want to show everyone something. Everyone turned to him in surprise. Of course, darling, said Mrs. Loma. Go ahead. Prel held up his tablet. Uncle Kabir, can you help me connect this to the TV? The screen lit up. A shaky video started to play. Nema's voice echoed through the room. You're lucky I didn't kill you like your mother. I poisoned her slowly. Gasps filled the room. Zayn froze. His hands trembled. Nema sprang to her feet. It's a lie. He's lying. That boy is sick. He made it up. But no one moved. The truth was clear. Her voice was undeniable. Zayn's brother grabbed Nema before she could run. You're not going anywhere. Mrs. Loma broke down. We welcomed you. We trusted you. And you did this. The police were called. Nema was arrested in handcuffs, her face pale with shame. Zayn stood still, unable to move. I trusted you. I let you into my home, he whispered. A week later, Zayn took Prel to Laura's grave. With shaking hands, he laid flowers down. Laura, I'm sorry. I betrayed your love and your trust. I let the wrong person in. Prel touched the headstone. I love you, Mummy. I miss you every day. They stood in silence, the wind carrying their pain into the open sky. 3 months later, Nema was found guilty of murder and child cruelty. The court sentenced her to death by hanging. Zayn didn't attend the sentencing. He stayed home with his son. She doesn't deserve any more of our time, he told Prel. Justice had spoken. The nightmare was over. Life without Laura wasn't easy, but Zayn began to heal. He devoted his time to raising Prel. He never remarried. No one else can take your mother's place, he told his son one evening. Prel nodded. I know, Daddy. And together, they moved forward, step by step, day by day. Zayn enrolled Prel in music school, something Laura had always wanted. At his first recital, Prel played a soft piano piece and dedicated it to his mom. The audience clapped. Zayn wiped his tears. She'd be so proud of you, he said, hugging his son tightly. Zayn started a foundation in Laura's name to support women suffering from domestic abuse and depression. She tried to save her friend, he said at the launch ceremony. She died because of trust, but her legacy will save others. The crowd stood in applause. Laura's photo shined on the wall behind him. One quiet evening, Zayn sat on the porch with Prel. Daddy, Prel said, are we happy now? Zayn smiled. We are. And we're safe. Prel rested his head on his father's shoulder. The stars twinkled above them. And in that moment, despite all the loss, there was peace, soft, still, and real.